Hello everyone. Today we discuss about consumer motivation. The dynamics of motivation. Motivation drives consumer to buy and is triggered by physiological or psychological tension caused by unfulfilled needs. Individual strives both consciously and subconsciously to reduce these tension through selecting goals and subsequent behavior that they anticipate with fulfill their needs and thus relieve them of the tension they feel. Whether gratifications is actually achieved depends on the course of action pursued. Personality characteristics guide the goals that people set and the course of action they take to attain these goals. The foundation of marketing is identifying and satisfying needs. Marketers do not create needs, although in many instances they strive to make consumer more keenly aware of unfelt or dormant needs. And savvy companies define their business in terms of the consumer needs they satisfy rather than the productivity produce and sell, because consumer basic needs do not change, but the product that satisfy them do. A corporate focus on developing products that will satisfy consumer needs and ensure that the uh, the forefront of the search for new and effective solutions. By doing so, such companies are likely survive and growth despite strong competitions or adverse economic conditions also. In contrast, the companies that define themselves in terms of the products they make many suffer or even go out of business when their products are replaced by competitive offerings that better satisfy consumer needs also. And the providing brands products and the service of quality and value that improve the lives of the world's consumer. A need focused definitions rather than stating that the company sells products such as detergents, shampoos, and diapers and household cleaners also, and dozens of other items. That is a product oriented approach. And similarly, the missions that is reads Cardon hotels and resorts is not a provide rooms for overnight stays, but the genuine care and comfort of guest. That is the main motto. Through providing customer an experience that enlivens the sense and instill well-being and fulfills even the unexpressed needs and wishes of guests. Now needs. There are two types of human needs. Physiological needs are innate, that is biogenic and primary, and fulfillment or fulfilling them sustain biological extents. They include the need for food, water, air, protections of the body from the outside environment, that is clothing and shelter. So psychological needs are learned from our parents, social environments, and interactions with others. Among many others, they include the needs for self esteem, prestige, affections, power, and achievement. Both types of needs affect our buying decisions. For example, all individual needs shelter uh, from therefore buy homes. However, the kind of homes they buy is a result of psychological learned needs. A young professional couple working financial distinct is likely to buy soft downtown because they have no children and want to live in a somewhat unusual place. So, which they can decorate modern and impressive their friends. However, a couple of their 60s whose kids have uh, left their suburbs home may buy a home in a managed community. Now, the goals are the sought after results of motivated behavior, and all human behavior is goal oriented. There are two types of goals. Generic goals are outcomes that consumer seek in order to satisfy psychology or physiological and psychological needs also. Products specific goals are outcomes that consumer seek by using a given product or service. For example, when a student tells his parent that he wants to become an entrepreneur, he expresses a generic goal. If he says he wants to earn an MBA from Stafford, he expresses a product specific goals. That's the main difference. As consumption become technology driven, marketers have become keenly interested in the motivations of bloggers and individuals who post comment online. Such individuals influence other consumers because people perceive both positive and negative reviews from other consumers as more credible information than advertisement. So, in fact, many bloggers shape the views of thousands of consumers, and many have documented their influence by following the number of responses that they get to their posting and tweets. So, marketers would be delighted to have any even the smallest degree of influence over online writers whose essays and comments focus on products and consumptions, because understanding the motivations of the writers often enables marketer to influence what is being written. One study identified three motivations for blogging. Number one, self expressions. Number two, documenting one's life, that is, keeping a diary. And number three, identifying other influential bloggers. Now, need arousal. Most of an individual needs are dormant, much of the needs. The arousal of any need at a specific moment in time may be caused by biological stimuli, an emotional or cognitive process, or stimuli outside environment. A drop in blood sugar level or stomach contractions will trigger awareness of a hunger need. A decrease in body temperature will induce shivering, which makes the individual aware of the need for warmth. Most of these physiological cues are involuntary, but they arouse needs that cause uncomfortable tensions. until they are satisfied. Now, in cognitive arousal, random thoughts can lead to a cognitive awareness of a need to act. For instance, a greeting card company ad might remind a viewer that her grandchild's birthday is next week and that is the time to run out and purchase a gift and a birthday card and be ready for the birthday party. Many promotional messages are cues designed to arouse consumer needs. Without these clues, consumer needs may remain dormant also. Now, selecting goals, also an important part. Usually, consumers set purchase related goals that satisfy more than one need. We buy clothing for protections and for a certain degree of modesty. In addition, our clothing fulfills a wide range of personal and social needs, such as acceptance by others. People with different needs may seek fulfillment by selecting the same goal, and people with the same needs may seek fulfillment via different goals. For example, two people driven by the need for achievement might seek fulfillment in different way. One may seek advancement and recognitions through a professional career, whereas the other may choose to run marathons for any given need. There are many different and appropriate goals. The goals that individuals select depend on those individuals' personal experiences and knowledge and physical capacity and and prevail norms and values or prevailing culture norms and values, and the goals accessibility in the individual's physical and social environment. For example, a young woman may wish to get a deep even tan and may envisions spending time in the sun as a way to achieve her goals. However, if her dermatologist advise her to avoid direct exposure of the sun or to the sun, she may settle for a self tanning cosmetics instead. Now, the goal object has to be both socially acceptable and physically accessible. If cosmetic companies did not offer effective alter, alternative ways to tanning in the sun, our young woman would either have to ignore the advice of her dermatologist advice and select a substitute goals. Now, conditions or a driving force away from some object or condition. For example, a person may be encouraged to start exercising in order to avoid health problems, that is negative outcomes, or in order to look more attractive and dynamic, that is positive outcomes that we seek are called approach objects, and negative outcomes that we want to prevent are called avoidance object. So for example, or for instance, a college is an approach object to a high school graduate who is motivated by the desire for higher educations in his life or her life. Another person knows that his parents would criticize him if he does not go to college. So he goes to college to avoid being criticized. So both individuals have the same goal, college education, but are that goal in opposite way. Now needs and goals are interdependent. Needs and goals are interdependent, neither exist without the other. However, people are often not as aware of their needs as they are of their goals. For example, a teenager may not consciously be aware of his social needs, but may join a number of chat grouping online to meet new friends. Similarly, people are aware that they need to buy certain items but may have different goals when they go shopping. One study and concentrated the shopping motivations of pairs of mothers and daughters and discovered that daughters go to malls for recreational and social shopping. Now, needs are never fully satisfied. Human needs are never fully or permanently satisfied. As individuals attain their goals, they develop new ones. If they do not attain their goals, they continue to strive for old goals or they develop substitute goals. For example, a person may partially satisfy a need for power by working as an administrative assistant to a local politicians, but these taste of power may not sufficiently satisfy her or his needs. Thus, she or he may strive to work for a state legislature or even run for political official himself or herself. In this instance, temporary goals achievement does not adequately satisfy the need for power, and the individual strives even harder to satisfy that need more fully. New needs emerge as old ones are satisfied. Some motivational theories believe that a hierarchy of needs exists and that new, higher order needs emerge as lower order needs are fulfilled. So, for example, a man whose basic physiological needs, food, housing, etc., are fairly well satisfied, may turn his efforts toward achieving an acceptance among his neighbors by joining their political clubs. So, success and failure influence goals. Individuals who achieve their goals and usually set new and higher goals for themselves. They raise their aspirations because success in reaching lower, earlier goals makes them more confident of their ability to reach higher goals. And conversely, those who do not reach their goals sometimes lower their aspirations. For example, a colleague senior or college senior who is not accepted into medical school may try instead to become a dentist. The effect of success and failure on goals selections have strategic implications for marketers. So goals should be reasonably attainable and advertisement should not promise more than can be delivered. Instead, they should only be promised what the product is able to live up to. Furthermore, products and service are often evaluated by the size and directions of the gap between consumer expectations and the unrealistic expectations created by ads that overpromised. Similarly, consumer often regard often regard medi- mediocre products with greater satisfaction then is really warned if the product performance exceed their expectations. When people cannot attain their primary goals, they often set substitute goals. Although the substitute goal may not be as satisfactory as the primary goal, it may be sufficient to dispel uncomfortable tension. Continuous deprivations of a primary goal may result in the substitute goal. So, as assuming primary goal status. So, that's the end of the video, my friends. My humble request is, if you like my video or blogs, please subscribe my channel. Also like and comment and share my channel. Thanks a lot for watching.